the genocide. They don't talk about it. Between 1904 and 1908 in Namibia, something happened that should shake every African soul awake. The Herero and Nama people stood up against German colonial rule. The response, extermination. German General Lothar von Trotha issued an order that the Herero people were to be driven into the Omaheke Desert, cut off from water, surrounded and left to die. Wells were poisoned. Escape routes were blocked. Men, women, children left to thirst under the burning African sun. By the time it ended, up to 80% of the Herero population and 50% of the Nama population had been wiped out. This was not conflict. This was not clash. This was not civilizing mission. This was genocide. Many historians recognize it as the first genocide of the 20th century, decades before the Holocaust. Let that sink in. Africa was the laboratory. Our land was the testing ground. Our bodies were the experiment. And yet, how many African children are taught this in school? How many of us know the names Herero and Nama as deeply as we know European wars? This is not about hatred. This is about memory. People who forget their history will repeat cycles of division. The Herero and Nama were divided from power, divided from land, divided from protection. Today, Africa is still divided by borders drawn in Berlin, by tribal politics, by leaders who think small, by citizens who argue while outsiders calculate. Wake up, Africa. Unity is not a slogan. It is survival. When we don't know our story, we don't know our strength. When we don't teach our children, someone else will teach them a softer version. When we are divided, history repeats itself in new forms. Economic, political, psychological. The Herero and Nama are not just Namibia's story. They are Africa's warning. Know your history. Teach your history. Protect your identity. Build continental solidarity. Because a united Africa is harder to exploit, and memory is power.